Hello, just me and you, I think, Jeff, and Kim. Hi, Kim. Hi, Mike. Joff, how you doing? So I've actually got some illumination on me today. The it's quite dark up this corner, and I've spent most of the day trying to trim this tank, which is looking all right. Hi, Craig. How you doing? So I wasn't sure if I was going to go live. I've obviously got this scheduled for every Wednesday, but it's probably the last one I'm going to do for a while. So I might do next Wednesdays as well. But my wife's going into hospital on a week Friday for some major surgery, and she's going to be off her feet for at least 4 to 6 weeks. So Aaron, I'm not going to do an auction because it's the day after she's had surgery, and I might do some daytime lives just in the room, but I'm probably not going to do any lives for the foreseeable future, probably until the new year. And I'm waiting for some set. Well, I've had a pre-op today, and hope you guys can hear me, by the way, because I didn't ask. So I better check if you can hear me first and wait for somebody to. Why is that turned? Someone's ringing my phone. When somebody rings my phone, it turns for some reason. Let me. Don't know why that's gone like that. Wonder if it's just because it's locked up. There you go. Not sure why that screen locked, and I don't think it was supposed to screen lock. But thanks, Jeff. Hi, Glassbox. How you doing? Brilliant. So my phone that's on this tank, I think when it times out, when it screen locks for whatever reason, it turns the other way. So I'll probably need to keep nipping over and changing that. 6 a.m. It's 7 p.m. here. 7 p.m. So yeah, as I was saying, wife goes in for surgery on a week Friday, and she's probably going to be sort of bedbound for 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm just not going to have time to do stuff if I'm brutally honest. And then I had a pre-op today for an angiogram where they put a dye in, and if they need to, they put stents in. So I've been diagnosed with coronary heart disease. That's the diagnosis that they've given me. So, but I actually says to them on the pre-op today, don't offer me a date before the new year because I just won't do it. It's just no point. So that's where we're up to. Haven't done much filming. Rob made me laugh because he says, I says, I haven't done any filming for a couple of weeks. And Rob says, yeah, but he says, the problem is, he says, we're only on August anyway. So you've got that much in the bag. And that's why I do it, to be honest. I do the vlog stuff and sort of get well ahead of myself and post them up on other videos for exactly this reason. When you get sort of issues, at least I can sort of put stuff out if I need to, and I haven't got to worry about, oh, I can't do anything, and this is happening, that's happening. But little bit of an update, I think, and it'll depend on how my wife is and who's here to sort of support her. But I might go up to Wharf one Sunday, meet Rob up there, and see if I can pick up a male apisto for the one of these apistos. Oh, just yeah. So next week's a mad week. I've got to take my daughter to the other side of hospital, the other side of Birmingham. You can tell I've got this. It's still there's still bits floating around. I've got to take my daughter to the vascular clinic on Monday. Um, Wife for blood tests Tuesday in Solihull. Um, then my daughter to chest clinic in the centre of Birmingham after the blood tests. Wednesday, I've got to go to Burton-on-Trent, get my car in for service. Thursday, well, my wife works Thursdays, and she's currently working 2 jobs. She's got a new job, and then obviously Friday she's in for surgery next week. So next week's a mad one, and then I've already got. So I had a pre-op today for this heart procedure, but yeah, I've got 3 females in there as well, so I'm probably going to have to separate them. And I mean, I've got places for them to go. Well, worst case scenario, a tub. But I think if I go up to meet Robin Wharf, I'm probably going to get some more green neons and a male apisto for this tank, and that just did the fish more than anything. But my experience with the apistos is once she's got wrigglers, take the male out because she batters him. That's what I found in the past. If you don't separate the or fish fams in the house, if you don't take the male out after he's done the business, the female beats him up anyway. So what'd be nice is if I had a few tanks and I'd got 3 females and I put the male to each of the 3 females and then separated them out. So that'd be good. 3 lots of apisto babies. And hi, John. How are you? Everyone walking behind me. You'll see ghosts walk behind me. But yeah, so I don't know. It's I've got some tubs. I've been up to Rob's house a couple of times, so he's sound. He's sound. I don't know what's kicking off behind me. That's the only problem with doing it in the where my desk is. There's so much going on behind me as well. Yeah, we've met before. Yeah, many times, multiple times. So I did a fish room tour of Rob's not long ago. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, behind closed doors. So let me quickly let me see if I can let's pull that up a second. So this was my weapon of choice today. Some little spring scissors, and this was really bad. So I've managed to sit there and get my arm absolutely covered. And my neo breeding project's coming along. So the greens are doing okay. Reds have got quite a few babies. So John gave me some blue jelly neos, and I think he gave me 12 or 13, and I lost quite a lot of them. I think I was down to 4 or 5, but they're breeding again now, so they should be all. Them nasal hairs. I tell you what, I never thought about it. Is it a good? Yeah, the work, and I'm illuminated and the lights below me, hence the shadow coming up. But my Movember's coming on really well. Should have waxed it really. I don't know if any of you guys have saw the merch. Rob did a picture of me, and I've put it on. I put it on a t-shirt. How you doing, Sam? What do you class as cold? -3 here today. -3 Celsius here today. I believe. I didn't measure it, but I'm not sure how cold you've got it down there, Craig. But it is freezing. Yeah, I looked at I was reading something the other day about the most popular Neocaridina colours, and what surprised me was that yellow was so far down the list. Yeah, 15 degrees is summer here, Craig. 15 degrees is summer. 15's not cold. Oh, we had a smattering of snow yesterday, but yeah, it probably is zero. I can't see. I haven't got my phone. It's on the other screen. Not sure where Rob is. Probably asleep. So I've done some. I was saying with me sort of not doing much of like the last couple of days. I had yeah, I like yellows. Last couple of days, I had I've not been keeping up with my maintenance as I should, and I thought, I'm going to see my phone's locked again. Let me. I don't know why it locks. It shouldn't because it's got something running, which is bizarre. Oh, here he is. See, speak of angels and all that, and you'll hear the flap of wings. How you doing, Rob? So yeah, I was talking to Rob, and I was asking Rob if he'd ever done any really big water changes on Caradina tanks, and I mean I'd already done them or I'd started doing them, but I haven't been keeping up my maintenance with everything that's going on, and I happened to test a couple of the heavier stock tanks, and the TDS was sort of 270 plus, and I want to keep it around the 150 mark. So I've literally the last couple of days gone through TDS testing all the tank. Rob will say stop chasing TDS, but I'm not. It's just because I've sort of got a bit lax with it, and I've literally gone through the with the TDS pen, and a couple of the tanks were quite high, circa, can't remember, were they 270 or 170? They were 270. There was a couple of them that were 270, but most were up around 170, 180 TDS. So I've done my regular water changes on some of them, and I need to obviously get back onto it. And some massive water changes on two of the tanks. I've got them down to about 170 drip back in. So I'd ask Rob if he'd done it. Oh dear, Rob, that's not good. He was starting to breathe off the tube as well, wasn't he? So yeah, I've done those today on one of the one and a bit of the racks. So and a couple of the tanks I didn't touch at all. they were sort of still sitting at around the 150 mark. So most of them have had sort of a 10 to 20%, and a couple of them have had, yeah, one of them was my Galaxy tank as well. So there we go. Right on cue, look, cup of tea. But yeah, Rob give me a telling off and says you need to pull your finger out. He says you just got to crack on, ain't you, and keep going. Thanks, Craig. Hospitals, unfortunately, full of infections. So I had one appointment through. I had a letter and a notification, and you had to click on the notification and then choose the clinic that you wanted. And ironically, the NHS have sent me to a private clinic. It's the closest one with the shortest wait time. And I could have literally had an appointment within 2 weeks, but that's middle of Jan now. That's middle of Jan. Is your wife up at the hospital, Rob? Yeah, I found it, and I'm sure people will relate to this. When you've sort of gone through massive, not trauma, but massive sort of, your life changes overnight type thing, as Rob's been doing. I just get lethargic. I don't want to do anything. I just get lethargic. I don't want to do anything, and I just hibernate, and I just sort of shut myself off from the world. I remember when my dad passed, the my missus rung the girls and told the girls, and the lad obviously lives there, and all the girls come sort of rushing up, and they were fussing round me, and I was like, just leave me alone. I was putting flooring down at the time over that weekend, and I think I spent the rest of that morning when I found out my dad had passed, putting the rest of the floor down, just to keep me occupied. There was nothing I could do. It was a couple of hours away. I couldn't do anything till the next day, get paperwork and sort all that stuff out. And I just kept myself busy. But I think when my daughter went in hospital, you're busy anyway. So sort of you let things sort of slide. And then I had a look at those empires, and it sort of all come to a head. It's starting to settle, and I've just done nothing. I've just chilled out. Yeah, that's all I want to do, Rob. Just sleep. I just want to sleep, and the weather doesn't help. You don't want to go out. You don't want to do anything. I did have a look at those Empire Gobies, Rob. They're really nice. Really, really nice. I went and had a nose. Rob's got about 4 million of them, Jeff. Peacock Gobies. I can see. I did have a couple of Gobies in this tank actually when I first set it up, but when I cocked up and overdosed it with hydrogen peroxide, I killed them. Are they eating now, Rob? I do like the peacock gobies. All the gobies are nice, to be honest. I need to set up I need to set up a couple tanks differently, I think. Yeah, I like the rainbows as well. If I think if I didn't have the neons in there, the simulants, I think I'd probably go for a dwarf rainbow that can sort of tolerate a lower pH, like the fork tails or something. Bag some up, take them home. I watch that sometimes, Craig. I do watch that program sometimes. And some of the things people try and bring in, especially from sort of China and places like that, it's like, how are you even thinking of getting that through customs? You know what I mean? But I think Australia's biosecurity measures are sort of probably some of the best in the world. Especially, I've seen some where people have took like whole beetle collections in, where they're pinned and stuff, or butterflies, and they've been pulled and eventually let through because they've got all the paperwork and stuff. But yeah, I've watched that a few times. Yeah, it's going to be good. That is. You got to wear your rib shirt, Rob, in case in case you get on it. Smuggle some peacock gobies in your socks. I used to have he's no longer with us, but I used to have a mate who wouldn't he couldn't travel anywhere unless he had something to smoke, and he just used to wrap it up in duct tape, not duct tape, electrical tape, put it in his sock, just go on holiday. Never ever got done. Yeah. What did the Asians try and smuggle in today? And it's usually like I don't know, bat testicles or something like that. Powdered rhino horn. So what do you think of my trim job then? That's um that's a 20-gallon tank with some spring scissors and sat there with the chair, and to be honest, it 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 weren't doing great. It had got has that picture froze? Why is that froze? My camera's froze. The fish are in midair. Is this locked again? Let's have a look. Yep, thought it had. There you go. I do need to treat the BBA. The CO2 bottle needs replacing. So I'm gonna take. I mean, it's huge. The bottle is. Well, it's not huge, but it's 5.5 litre, I think. Stumpy bottle. So I'll get that done over the next couple of weeks. But I've found that I've got a small 1.5 litre and I don't know, it might be a 3.5 litre actually, or a 4.5 litre. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that they last about a year between the two of them because it's about sort of. It was coming up to Christmas when I changed them last time, so it is about a year. And I think last time you guys saw this, the Rotala orange juice wasn't there, and I've cut that twice since I put it in. Oh, I bought a lawnmower. Well, somebody bought me a lawnmower, Jeff, and I'll show it you if I can find it. I might have threw it. Oh yeah, here it is. So my daughter bought me a lawnmower. My daughter bought me a lawnmower. This thing, fully waterproof, lasted about 20 minutes. Although, to be honest, I've dried it out and I've never tried to charge it since. I probably should. In fact, let me try. I'm going to see if I can charge that now. See if it blows up, because it might do. You're not fat. That's hilarious. Let me see if I can. What have I got that I can? I'm going to try. I'm going to try and charge this this trimmer. I've got a feeling it's absolutely, totally, and utterly dead. Like, but I'll let it charge for a bit. But I've got a feeling it's absolutely dead. Like burnt out inside, dead. Because I can't even see a light on it or anything. Let's give it. Well, it hasn't gone bang, so it's probably you're never 20 stone, Rob. I love eating food, to be honest. But from when my daughter went into hospital, I've put a stone on, and I'm sort of the difficulty is it's coming up to Christmas, and I like to eat at Christmas. You're not wrong. There's a Manscaper one. They actually says to me about when I go in for my heart procedure. They says, "Can you shave your groin area?" Don't worry if you can't. We'll do it when you're in hospital. Yeah, I ain't shaving it. They can shave it. What's the kangaroo watch? Less calories. Oh, that other one is called a lawnmower, isn't it? The Manscaped one is called a lawnmower, I think. I think this is completely dead. I don't think it will charge. So it was literally, we bought it as a waterproof. I don't know if it's still got water in it, but we bought it as a waterproof. Thanks, Ball Python. We bought it as a waterproof trimmer, so it'd just be easier to cut the grass. And like I say, it lasted about 20 minutes. It was we bought it in. Well, my daughter bought it in May. We should have sent it back because it is sold as completely waterproof, fully waterproof. Oh, apparently there's there should be a light on it saying something. But but there isn't, and I can still see water in it as well. So that might be my next job, take it apart. But yeah, so this one, I think, male apisto, some more simulants. We were saying, Rob, that um, wife goes into hospital a week Friday, and dependent on how she is on the Sunday that you go to Wharf, I'm hoping to meet you at Wharf, and I'm gonna buy some more green neon and a male apisto. And what I might do is set up two other apisto tanks, and once the male's done the business with the female that I know's proven, I'll put it with one of the other females and then with one of the other females. Have you shaved your moustache off, Jeff? How is Charlotte? I haven't heard of Charlotte for ages. It's like heaven in where? You, Rob, put if anyone doesn't already, follow Rob on TikTok because he's put some lovely little TikTok videos up of that apisto that he's got. Yeah, I don't think you'd look right with no tash or no magnifying glass. My barber says to me the other day, she said, "Are you going to shave that off at the end of November?" I went, "No." No worries. I haven't seen. I know she was poorly. Haven't seen her about for a while. Yeah, my missus keeps saying to me, "Why don't you dye your beard?" I said, "Because it would need dyeing every week." I could do a live waxing if you want. Oh, loads better on TikTok ones. This is definitely done for. It is charging. I don't even know if it's charging. I'll leave it overnight, see if it explodes. How long have you had that moustache, Jeff? Ah, look at this thing, man. Every time it's when the screen there you go. 12 years. You've had it since you were 12. 12 years. Yeah, I know people that have. What I've found is I've had a beard ish on and off for a few years. Probably 10 years maybe, and what I find is that when every now and then I'll shave the whole thing off, and since it could walk, and what I've found is that when I do shave it off, my top lip just looks massive. If anyone wants to join, you're welcome. You come to clean your pool. That's really funny. You come to clean your pool and stayed. There's the link if anyone wants to join. I don't mind a beard. I think with me, why I first grew a beard was, and if I shave it off, I'll mention it. I'll show you when I shave it off. But I had surgery, so they found a load of lumps in my chest, and they wanted to take a sample off a lymph gland to rule out cancer. So they cut me open under the. In fact, I don't know if you can see it on here. Let me. So they cut me open here. You see that scar? And then ever since they cut me open, I've got no colour here at all. So I've got sort of coloured skin here, and this under here is like crystal white almost. So and it's really noticeable. It stands out. So the scar, I can hide the scar, but that I couldn't. So I grew a beard to cover it. But I don't. It did when I first. I think when I first grew the beard, it used to really bother me. It sort of gets to a certain point and it itches, and you just get used to it. You just get used to it. It'll you grow through it type thing. But yeah, that's why I first started growing a beard, because of this white patch under my chin here, and then I had a cyst removed, and then so I've got like a white circle and then a white sort of V under my chin. So the beard sort of covers that and doesn't make it so noticeable. But I've say probably 10 years on and off. And then the moustache was just for a bit of fun. I used to work for a guy called Eric King, and old guy, bald head, and he had this massive big handlebar moustache, and he used to talk like marvelous, absolutely fabulous, like one of those sort of people. And he's not with us anymore, and it was sort of in homage to him, I suppose. It goes though. You get used to it. It's I could shave this off now and I wouldn't itch at all. The only bit I don't like about the big moustache is because I'm growing it from the middle. So the hair. Let's put this back up here. So the hair's quite long, sort of right down here. And if it if it's waxed, it's sort of out the way. But if you eat a sandwich, you sort of take a bite of your sandwich, and you end up biting the hair. I have trimmed the middle bit here, so I've trimmed that a little bit, but I want the hair here to grow all the way over here. It waxes quite nice. It doesn't take. I bought some. I'm not keen on this one, but I bought this. I look for the best. I look for the best wax you could get, This sort of came up, this whatever this is, I think Scandinavian or something, and it's rubbish. And the best wax I've found is the cheap wax. This one stays oily, but the best wax, the cheap wax, stays better. I mean, it's okay. It smells lovely, but it just stays greasy. This one, it's more of a beard oil, I think. Hi DJ, how are you? So yeah, not keen on this one. It doesn't clump it together like. It's more of a moisturizer, this one. But the other one sort of molds it. So Rob's done a pick. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find this, and I'll share the screen with you. Bear with me a second. I'll put you back on this one. Uh, see if I can find it. Where is it? Where is it? There you go. Let me share. Let's add a scene. Media. There you go. So Rob did this. Rob did this, and he sent me the picture, and I decided to put it on a t-shirt. But I want to change these. I want to get the GB logo on the sleeves. Let's go back to there. Loaded half-pound patty burger, chicken, barbecue chicken fries. Nice weather. I did. I've done millions of diets over the years. I think the one that I lost the most off was the Atkins, but put shed loads back on when I stopped the Atkins. So I wouldn't do that again. And the what I found the best one is calorie counting. Eat what you want, but stick within your calories. You've done it. You have done another one, Rob. You have done another one. Oh, look at this bloody camera. I don't know why it locks, because it shouldn't lock. Oh, do you know, I didn't even know I'd got a Manos in here. My Manos just up the side here. I think I've got two left in there. 2 Amanos, a few Ottos. I do need to get back in there with the scissors tomorrow. There's a few little strands, and probably just go across the grass a little bit more and sort of cut it back. But I've noticed that there's and I moan about this all the time. There's some what do you call it? Java moss got in there somehow, and once that stuff gets free, it's horrible. I know it is, Rob. I want one. I mean, really, I need a Mac with the M2 processor to do what I want to do. But I ain't got 4 grand. And I definitely think this Razor's gone. It won't even charge. The battery got absolutely soaked and covered in water, so I think that needs to go in the bin. Waste the 30 quid. But if it had worked, it would have been really good. Yeah, you've done a couple of them, Rob. Rob's just telling everyone how super powerful I am, look. From our private meetings that weren't in public. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, they're good though, Jeff. The M2s are really good. Can you put it on a keyboard? It's 10-inch as well, isn't it? See, I should get another device, and then I can put something in the. I could set cameras up in the shrimp room, and sort of have cameras on in here and in the shrimp room as well. I was tempted to. I'm not going to tempt fate. My kids used to get through phones like nobody's business, and especially my youngest daughter, and she's 15-inch, massive. She's she's always had iPhones, but her last iPhone was a 14, I think, on a 2-year or 3-year contract. Can't remember. And she's just looking at the 16 Pro now, and her phone's still good. So that they've learned. But what I was going to say is, I've never, and I shouldn't tempt fate, but I've never broke a phone. I've dropped them loads of times, but I've never broke one. And this vape doesn't. It's not so Darth Vader as my other one. And I need to quit this as well. This ain't no good for me. Fags were bad, so I got onto this, and this is probably just as bad addiction as well. Coke as in Pepsi, or Coke as in Colombian marching powder? Yeah, never had one. Never had an iPhone. We're gonna see if. Thank you. It's took me all day to trim it. I think the reason I always went for Android is because iPhone lock you in too much, and there's things that you can do on Android. So an example would be, if you wanted a ringtone that was a song, you can do that on a Samsung, but you can't do that on an iPhone, or if you can, you have to have that. You have to have bought that tune on iTunes, something like that. After this 2-inch line, so I quit that as well a long time ago. I was like Henry the Hoover back in the day. It's my only vice. This. Yeah, I like a drop of rum, but it's rare that I drink. Very rare that I drink, and I've got a really special bottle that I've been keeping it. I've been hanging on to this bottle for 5 or 6 years, and we're going to open it on the 16th of March next year. No worries, Jeff. What time we on? 8 o'clock. The I'm probably going to wrap up about 8 anyway, guys. The Yeah, this bottle of rum somebody gave me for a job that I did for them, as a thank you, and they didn't have to. And my nipper kit kept saying to me, "When you open in this bottle, when you open in this bottle, when you open in this bottle." Well, he's 21 in March, so I'll crack it open on his birthday. But we keep saying to him, "Do you want to do anything for your birthday?" He went, "No." "Do you want a party?" "No." I I'm probably gonna. I'll smoke you. I'm probably gonna. I don't know if I don't want to be cremated. If I'm honest, I want to. I want to become worm fodder. But I think if I was cremated, I'd ask for my ashes to be put to be to be scattered at sea. Just because I've got a real affinity with the ocean for some reason, and I can't scuba dive anymore, which is a shame because of my lungs and this sarcoidosis thing when they cut me open. I, do you know, I can't even remember. I think the last time I had a drink was not last Christmas, the Christmas before, maybe. Thanks, good. It's it could be pretty. I need to get the scissors back on it maybe tomorrow. The I have done a massive trim on it, and the problem with cutting hair grass is I've got an aquail skimmer in the back corner which helps. So you can see on the left side of that picture that the rotala's wobbling a bit, but the problem with trimming hair grass tanks is that it, because it all floats to the top, you pull your arm out and your arm's sort of absolutely covered in hair grass, and you have to swill it and do it again, and it just takes forever to clean up after you've cut hair grass. I don't want to be burned on earth first. See, I'll drink vodka, but I've got I've got a really nice rum collection, and there's a couple that I really like that are running low, but so I haven't had I don't think I've had a drink. I couldn't drink this Christmas because of meds. I think in fact, I think the last time I had a drink actually was, hi Alan. I think the last time I had a drink was, I might have had a beer in Turkey in September 23, and that's probably the last time I had a drink. But one beer, and it was only because of the meds that I'm on. I can't. Um, it's so it's an open top tank. It's an open top tank. It's called. I'll show it you actually. It's called a superfish scaper. They're a bit and it just sits on the top there. Look, but the tank comes with. Let's have a look. But though, if I'm brutally honest, the lights are a bit blackbeard algae. They're a bit of a magnet for blackbeard algae, and I've knackered up the way it was looking now. Let's There you go. That's better. But yeah, I'll let the tank go good, and I've spent most of the day with my little spring scissors just trying to tidy it up a bit because it was an absolute disgrace. Yeah, the risers are part of the light. I mean, they're a good bright light, and they'll grow sort of. I've grew plants that are regarded as on the Tropica scale of easy, medium, and hard. I've grew plants that were on the hard scale. Didn't get the vibrant colour with them, but I didn't have a problem growing them. And but it comes as a kit, so you get the light, the tank, a pad, some liquid carbon, some plant ferts, and a hang-on filter. But the hang-on, I'm not keen on the hang-on filter. I normally sell them, and I only run it on 60%, Rob. So I use one of them little dimmers and ramp it up, and it only sits on 60% for about, I think it's an hour and a half. But I could change it. I could change it so it sort of doesn't run. But it's, yeah, blackbeard algae. Blackbeard algae is mad, and this was a right mess today. So all the hair grass was just full of blackbeard algae. So I've trimmed most of that out. I'll go over it again and try and level it up a bit better. And then my CO2's out though, so it may be sort of a bit of CO2 um, imbalance as well. Yeah, I might try that, Rob, because I do get bad BBA with it. But I say I've trimmed the top of the orange juice, but where it was sort of leaning over, it had proper started to go orange. But I've trimmed the top, probably what you can see in length. Again, I've cut back just because I know I was going to do the grass, um, the hair grass, and the grass is actually it's not. There's two types of hair grass. I'm trying to think of it, the names of them. It's not. It's not Eleocharis acularis, which is the standard one. It's Eleocharis parvula, and it's supposed to be a bit shorter, but it was blooming long today. Yeah, I like the aqua stuff. I really like the aqua. I've got in my shrimp room, most of my 50s on the big rack are all aqua tanks, just basic tanks, but they're all right. I don't mind the aqua stuff. There's a skimmer in here, and for the size of it, the power on the pump is unbelievable. It's the let me see if I can find it actually, and I'll share the screen. These are wicked little. Let's have a look. Rob uses these. Let me share this screen with you. Let me share that screen. So yeah, these skimmers, they're I've only got the one picture on there, but they're a little turret skimmer, and the power on them for that price point. So I think I'd really struggle with. I think I'd really struggle with the. Bear with me. Just catching up on them. Yeah, I don't think. I think I'd struggle to clear the when I cut the grass. I think I'd struggle to clear it if I didn't have that little skimmer going in the background. So this piece here's got BB arm that's floating around. But let's pick up Seachem tidals are brilliant. I don't think I have got any for sale. Rob might have some of the 25 litre, what they're called, Ledy 40s kits. I think I got 4 of those or 5 of those. I can get the tidals to order. Yeah, they're lovely, the tidals. And yeah, I know Rob uses these. They are a really good skimmer. And I say it's tiny, it's just sat in the corner there, but draws all the surface water to it. It's probably clogged with hair grass at the moment, but if I clear the little mini filter out, the sponge in it, it'll go for it, you know. But yeah, they are a good little skimmer. I probably need to. I've had it running, and it's probably got loads of hair grass, that's sort of little particles that it's picked up. So there's a little sponge inside them that I just need to whip out, run under the tap, give it a bit of a wipe, and then sort of run that again. But right, I'm going to get gone, guys. Turbo 2000. Have you seen the Aqua 500 for that SAS 500 skimmer? $91 for that skimmer I just showed. For that skimmer. 22.99 here. Wow. I did see when I was at the show, when I was at the trade show, don't know if I can find this. I saw, let me see if I can find it. Was it that one? Yeah, this thing. Let me oh, that is what you guys can see. This Hypermax, it's massive, absolutely huge. I've got it on one of my videos. I think I did the video. It's the Pat's video, Pet and Aquatic Trade. This thing is enormous, but I think you can control it remotely. There's 2 inlets and 2 outlets to it. Huge, big filter. But yeah, they're if I turn that off, then does that go back to there? It does, but it's froze. Right, guys, I'm gonna yeah, it's massive, absolutely huge, absolutely huge. That 4,000, massive. I mean, it's like the size of my torso. It's really big. But guys, I'm gonna wrap up there and get myself ready for Jeff's, if Jeff's running one, that is, and put my feet up and do a bit of hibernation. But thanks everybody for watching. Say I'll probably do one more next week, and then I need to play it by ear because the wife's going in for surgery. I bought her a bell. Well, I haven't. She's got Amazon Alexa, but she's going to be in bed for 3 to 4 weeks after surgery, and she won't be able to lift, carry, stretch, or anything. So hopefully, if I can go live, I'll go live. I think if I'm doing work in the shrimp room, I might just do lives in the daytime. But have a good evening, everyone. Take care. Thanks.